Good Erev Shabbos. Last week I was in California visiting my daughter, so I didn't lay down the video for Parshas Bo, so I'm going to do that right now. This is the Ger in every Parsha. In Parshas Bo, we read about the circumcision of the Jews in Egypt and the ritual of placing the blood of the sacrifice, which was the lamb, and also the blood of the circumcision was mixed into that blood, and it was placed in 3 spots on the door, on the lintel and on the 2 posts. Now, Rabbi Mindy Cohen, my rabbi in Sacramento, explained last week that the Jews had sunk down into idol worship, and there was really nothing distinguishing them from the Egyptians. So the Eibusher wanted that they should have mitzvot and merits in order to be redeemed. So he gave them the mitzvah of circumcision and the mitzvah of Pesach, the paschal lamb, which could also have been a goat. And this would give the Jews merit. So the Jews circumcised themselves because they were not circumcising themselves in Egypt. And they mixed that blood with the blood of the lamb, and they put it on the 2 doorposts. Now our sages say that they were redeemed on the merit of Avraham and the Bris Milah, because Avraham was the one who introduced Bris Milah to the Jewish nation. And it was the covenant of Abraham. And so when we speak of Bris Milah, we have to speak of Avraham. And this is why the sages say that Avraham was the lintel that was on top, spanning the 2 doorposts, and Yaakov and Yitzchak would be the 2 doorposts. Why is Avraham elevated higher than Yaakov and Yitzchak and seen as the lintel that spans the 2 doorposts sitting on top of them? Well, very practically, we have to think about it that Yitzchak and Yaakov wouldn't even be in the world if it wasn't for the very fact that they issued from the loins of Abraham Avinu. So in that sense, he's superior in that he is the father and the grandfather of both of them. The second thing that makes him unique is that he circumcised himself, and he is the father of all converts. This is a accolade that neither Yitzchak nor Yaakov can share, because we have to remember that both Yitzchak and Yaakov were circumcised against their will at 8 days when they were born. So it was actually the father's mitzvah to circumcise the son, and that actually goes on Avraham again. So we see that Avraham is unique in that he is a convert, which Yitzchak and Yaakov were not. And also he is one of the 3 Avot, and that makes him superior to the other 2. So we see that Avraham is uplifted again because of his conversion. We have to remember that since Avraham was a convert and he basically invented Judaism, then we have to understand that Judaism was created by a convert. And this is why converts are very, very special to God, and why they are held high and lifted up. And we should take pride in that as converts. And even though we are designated in the lowest of groups, that we're mentioned with orphans and widows, we actually have a very lofty, high spiritual status, and we need to relish that and take pride in that. And that's something that the Eibusher has given us through being a convert. So with all the trials and tribulations, there is a massive reward, and you can never take your eye off the prize. So good Shabbos. Thanks for listening. The Ger in every Parsha, Parshas Bo.